Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to NCS Radha's Online Teaching Academy, Ekalaiva. Board CBSE, Class 6th, Subject Science, Topic Separation of Substances, Part 4. In previous classes, we discussed about methods of separating solid from liquids, such as sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. Today, we are going to discuss about separation of soluble substances from their solutions, separation of immiscible liquids, solutions, and solubility. Soluble substances can be separated from their solutions by vaporization and condensation. First one, vaporization. The process of converting a liquid into a gas is called vaporization. Vaporization includes both evaporation and boiling. On heating, the liquid vaporizes, leaving the solid behind as residue. Salt is obtained from the seawater by this method. Seawater is collected in open pits where sunlight converts the water into vapor through evaporation. The salt that is left behind in the pits is collected and purified for consumption. Next, condensation. The process of converting a gas into a liquid is called condensation. As observed in evaporation, we are able to obtain the soluble solid while water evaporates by forming vapor. Now, to also obtain and collect water in the above process, condensation must be carried out simultaneously. During condensation, the vapor is allowed to cool by hitting a cold surface. This converts the vapor into liquid which can be collected. Let's see about separation of immiscible liquids. Liquids that do not dissolve into each other are called immiscible liquids. A mixture of immiscible liquids separates into layers if kept undisturbed for some time. Oil is immiscible in water. Immiscible liquids can be separated using decantation. The top layer can be decanted after the immiscible liquids separate out into layers. They can also be separated by using a separating funnel. Let us discuss about solutions and solubility. When a soluble substance such as salt or sugar is added to water and stirred, it becomes invisible after some time as it gets dissolved in the water. This mixing of the soluble substance in the liquid is called dissolving of the substance. The substance that gets dissolved in the liquid is called the solute. The substance in which the solute dissolves is called the solvent. A mixture thus formed is called a solution, which is homogeneous in nature. A homogeneous mixture formed by dissolving a solute in a solvent is called a solution. We can write this as a word equation. Solute plus solvent gives solution. For example, sugar is a solute, water is a solvent. When sugar and water mixed together, we get sugar solution. While preparing the sugar solution, if the quantity of water is fixed and sugar is gradually added, sugar continues to dissolve until no further sugar can be dissolved. This shows that water has enough of sugar and it cannot dissolve any more sugar. A solution in which no more solute can be added is called a saturated solution. A solution in which more solute can be dissolved is called an unsaturated solution. Next, solubility. The maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a certain amount of solvent or solution is called the solubility of the solute. Factors that affect the solubility of the solute. First one, temperature. Second one, mixing and stirring. Third one, size of the solute. Fourth one, quantity of the solvent. First one, temperature. Heating the solution increases the solubility of the solute. Second one, mixing or stirring. Stirring of the solution allows fresh portion of the solvent to come in contact with the solute. It allows the solute to dissolve faster and thus increases the solubility. Third one, size of the solute. The solute dissolves faster when it is broken down into smaller pieces. Fourth one, quantity of the solvent. Increasing the quantity of the solvent in a solution allows more solute to be added in it and thus increases the solubility of the solute. What did we learn today, children? We learned about separating soluble substances from their solutions, separation of immiscible liquids, solutions and solubility. I hope you all understood the topic. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.